This came across today. Mark Teixeira is retiring at the end of the year. And we got a world championship out of him, if you're a Yankee fan. And unfortunately, he couldn't stay on the field at times. But you got what you wanted out of him. And I think Mark Teixeira has had a solid Major League Baseball career. And, you have the Subway Series this week. And we talked about this, and I said on Sunday, I don't think any team is good enough to take 3 or 4. Someone said, these Met fans are going, we're going to take 3 out of 4. Yankee fans, we'll take 3 out of 4. These teams aren't good enough. And that's what you got. You got a split. A split at Citi Field, a split at Yankee Stadium. Which is what you expected. But for this punk, Hansel Robles, dude, what have you won? What have you won? Hansel Robles, what have you won? You've won absolutely nothing, you little punk. So shut up when this guy goes, oh, Mark Teixeira has to man up. No, dude, he got in your head. And Major League Baseball is starting to realize that you're a hot-headed jerk-off. First of all, he's stealing my signs. He's stealing my signs. So make the pitch. You think he's stealing the signs? Brush the batter back. You be a man. I mean, that was deplorable what happened on Wednesday night. Having the catcher come out there every 5 seconds. It's disgusting. Grow up. Man up. Oh, he's stealing my signs. And didn't the Mets do this with somebody else last year? Was it Kansas City or somebody that the Mets swore they were stealing signs? Because, if the Mets aren't winning, then, something's wrong here. They're stealing signs. They're stealing signs. I've taken so much crap as a Yankee fan. But you know what? Now the role's reversed. Let's face it. The Yankees are what the Mets used to be. They're not really that good. And the Mets are the team that everyone's expecting to win. Or people expect to win. So, you can have fun with it. Just like you loser Met fans had fun all those years when the Yankees got knocked out in the first round or whatever, because you had nothing else better to do with your lives. Now, us Yankee fans, we have something better to do with our lives. But we just love when the Mets plan goes to waste. And I picked the Mets to go to the World Series. We can cue up the tape. You can search here on the Soriano Network, Chris Soriano 2016 predictions baseball, and I'll say that I picked the Astros and the Mets to be in the World Series. So, you can't fault me there. And I picked Syndergaard to win the Cy Young. But so far, these Mets have caved under pressure. What do you want me to say? They bought into their own press clippings. You won the National League pennant last year. You didn't win the World Series. Memo to the Mets fans. You didn't win it. Tears of joy. Flores. Oh my gosh. And they have this documentary, and they make you think that they won something. You won a pennant. That's great. You didn't seal the deal. You didn't seal the deal. Memo, you didn't seal the deal. And I love that Sandy Alderson at least had some balls to come out and call out P-E-D-S. Cespedes. I can't with him. I really can't. Sitting there playing golf. First of all, they won a National League pennant. That's all they won. And they come prancing in on spring training, him and Thor, on horses. And he's coming in sports cars. What the hell did you guys win? You won nothing. Nothing. You've won nothing since '86. You've won nothing. And the Mets fans, they bought it hook, line, and sinker. And listen, I still think that the Mets can make a run here if they start hitting and the pitching starts really coming around against good lineups. The Mets will do what I picked them to do. But as a analyst and a sports host, the Mets will come around. But for the time being, as a fan of the Yankees, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving the Mets fans panicking. But wasn't it supposed to be the be-all end-all? It's funny, I guess, because I picked them to win about 96, 97 games and have this great year, because why wouldn't you? But Syndergaard this year has shown that he can't throw over, doesn't have a good move, and people run on him all day. All day. The mighty Thor, they run on him all day. Cologne, when he goes up against the real lineup, gets smacked around. On the road. He has had some decent outings against good lineups at home. On the road, he gets smacked. And you can't tell me the Yankee lineup was good, because the Yankee lineup is hot garbage. It's a bunch of kids. I'm not impressed. Harvey went down. DeGrom, if it's not against the Phillies or the depleted Yankees, he's getting smacked around. They brought John Neese back. They were that desperate. And then you got Cespedes. This jackass is sitting going out there golfing. You idiot. If the season ended today, if the season ended 2 weeks ago, if the season ended a month ago, you're not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. And this moron sitting there golfing. And Collins gets so defensive when the media calls him out, not calls him out, when they ask him about an injury. He gets so defensive. Dude, lighten up. Here's another moron. He gets so defensive. Again, like he's won something. You haven't won anything. You won a pennant. Good for you. We'll crack open the milk and the champagne. I can't stand it. But Robles is just a punk. Getting back to my point that I started this segment with. Robles is just a punk. They're stealing my sign. Then you man up, you little punk, and do something about it. Then set up something else. And he wasn't stealing the signs. He was getting in his head. That's the difference between a punk that's been in the majors for about 5 minutes and a seasoned veteran. Teixeira got in his head. Little baby. Oh, God. I can't. If you ask me personally, you get me in a room and you really ask me, I'm going to tell you that I think the Mets will come around. And they can just hold on here and be in it until September. Their September schedule is so soft. It's not even funny. It is so soft. So I think the Mets will make some noise. They're playing Pee-wee teams. And they should make some noise. They just have to be in it. I think once the Mets get in the playoffs with the pitching, I think they'll be fine. They have to hit. And you know that they'll start hitting. But right now, as a Yankee fan, I am loving it. And I loved Wednesday night. I know it was a split, but I loved Wednesday night. Because I'm not a fan of Robles. I'm really not. He's too much of a... I don't know. I don't like him. Why? I don't know. I guess because he's another one of those guys that just thinks he's good. And can I ask, can I say this too? I've noticed this a couple times this year, and you can't deny it because we can look it up. A couple times DeGrom and Syndergaard got wrapped around, and then it was like, oh, it's a bone spurt. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh. Wasn't that the mantra for like the Yankees? All the Met fans go, oh, that's typical Yankees. He got shellacked. He'll go in the DL. He got... Mets have been guilty of that this year.